Okay. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? We got 5 people here. Um, so today what I'm going to do is just walk you through the registration process and just how to register for these classes. It is fairly simple, but it's going to take you a lot of time to really put together your schedule. And there's a lot of things to consider too, right? So everybody right now, if you guys could just I'll do one walkthrough and then I'm gonna, because it's a small group, I'm going to help each one of you guys. You guys can pretty much like show me your screen and I can point on how to do what and all that, okay, if you're having any kind of issues. So I want you guys to at least try to register for 2 classes today. And we can change that, later on. But by the end of the class today, I want you to register for at least 2 classes. So Ashley here, I am in Ashley's CUNY First account. You guys should have all these right here: Campus Solutions, Student Center. I want you to click on Student Center. That's where we're gonna go. And then let me see. It's a little slow today. Okay. So this is the Student Center. Um, what I want you guys to do when you get here is to click on search for classes. Ashley,
Yes.
did you already meet with an advisor?
No.
You haven't? Okay. So that's okay, right? I'm going to go back real quickly. Um, if you have not met with an advisor, you're going to see these 2 holds right here. It's going to be the advisement required hold and the CUNY start hold.
Okay.
I can remove this hold right here, but you have to go see an advisor for this hold to go through. But that's okay. You can do it this week or next, and then you'll be able to register for the classes.
Okay. Do I have to go in physically?
No, just email them. Tell them that you want to be advised. Tell them your ample ID and your name and your major, and then they'll send you back an advisement sheet. So yeah, it's a pretty simple process. Should be simple at least. So again, I'm going to click on search for classes. And under here, there's 2 ways for you guys to do this. There's search for classes right here, or there's browse course catalog right here. I'm going to go and do search for classes first. So the institution, you have to change it to BMCC. And then you want to change it whether you want to do fall or summer. So for Ashley, what do you want to register for? Fall or summer right now?
Fall.
Okay, so we're gonna do the fall, and then every one of you guys, I mentioned this in the email, should have gone to the BMCC website and looked at your 2-year academic map. So, what's your major?
Nursing.
Nursing. Okay. So I'm gonna click on nursing. And we already spoke about what you're gonna take already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you guys should be able to access this right here, the academic program maps. For you, it's going to be, is it going to be evening and weekend?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to click on this, and it'll give you a map of what classes you'll be taking, what you'll need to take at least. Okay. So then we'll go back to here. The first class, everybody here, regardless of your major, is going to register for English 101. All right. So that's the first class I'm going to look for. Subject is English right here. And you can just put 101. and then don't put anything else. Just click search. Okay. So there are a ton of classes that you can find. 173 classes have been found. So this is the way to look at this page. The earliest classes are going to meet at the very top. So right here, it's the online classes. Um, Now the thing is, this is a special case because we are in the middle of a pandemic, and a lot of the classes the school is thinking are going to shift to online. Okay, even in the fall, for sure in the summer, most likely in the fall. So as you can see, a lot of these classes right here, it says online, and then you'll get to in-person classes right here. There's a high chance that these in-person classes might shift to online too, depending on what happens, right? So I want you to read this. The first few selections are going to be online, and then it's going to be in person, but it's very early. The earliest classes are always going to be at top. So right here, it's Monday and Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 8:40. All right, so you meet in these 2 days for an hour and 40 minutes at the Fitterman building. Um, and these are the start dates and the end dates. Okay, so if you do not want to take an early class, you want to scroll all the way down. Oops, how do I do this? Oh, my computer is. Okay, so scroll all the way down and it's going to become later and later. Okay, so right here it's 9 o'clock. If you continue to scroll, it's going to be 4 o'clock. So there's a lot of different combinations. Usually you can find a a 2-day combo. Sometimes you can find just 1 day, and sometimes it's broken down into 3 days. Okay, so it's really up to you to figure out how you want to construct your schedule. All right. So this is, let me see. This is the latest class right here, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. to 11:40. All right. The other thing that I want to go over is the staff, right? So we mentioned before in class that it's important for you to know who the instructor is. A lot of these will say staff, right? That means that they don't know who the instructor is yet, or it's yet to be determined. So if you don't know who your instructor is, you can look them up on Rate My Professor to see if they have good ratings, right? So you're taking a chance. Even if you like the schedule, you're essentially taking a chance to see, you don't know who the instructor is or whether they're a quality teacher. So my first advice to you is to make sure that the schedule and your instructor line, you have a good instructor, okay? So you like the schedule and you like the instructor. So let's see, let me just find somebody. Okay, so this is something that you'll see a lot for this section right here. It is Monday, 8 o'clock to 9:40, and Wednesday, 8 o'clock to 9:40. So on Monday, you're going to be meeting in the main building in S714, and on Wednesday, it's going to be Fitterman 806, right? The teacher is going to be the same. It's going to be Michael DiStefano. So it's just two. You have to really put it in your schedule that it's going to be two separate locations during the week. So let's say I like this schedule and I want to, secure this. I want to. The next thing you want to do is to really look at the teacher to see if um, they get good ratings. So I want you guys to go and open up Rate My Professor. And you can simply just copy and paste their name and look them up here. Okay. So he teaches at a number of different schools. He teaches, at LaGuardia, and he teaches at BMCC. I'm not sure if he's teaching these classes right down here. So you want to look at BMCC, And if you look at this, he is a 3.9, which is, I would say it's pretty good. Anything over a 3.5 would be good. Okay. And I would take the time to read through these comments of students just to see what kind of teacher he is, right? Is he a hard teacher? Does he give out a lot of homework? Is he lenient? Is he available to you? Um, all that, right? So right here, there's 17 ratings. Take your time to read through it and to get a sense of who the person, how they are as a teacher, right? Read through the bad ones, read through the good ones, okay? So for me, a 3.9, I would take him, all right? So the next step that you want to do, where is he? Right here. Okay, so if I want to take this class, I click select, and let me see. I click next, and it's just added into your shopping cart, all right? So it's just like online shopping. Things are added into your shopping cart, and then later you go to your shopping cart and officially enroll, all right? Um, so let me see what else I want to go through with you. Couple of things that I really want to highlight with you. You have to be careful of where your location is. There's a lot of different sites for BMCC. So right here, you'll see that it's in the Fitterman building. The Fitterman building is right next door to the Murray building. You can get more information when you click on the section right here. So you want to pay attention to a couple of things here. You want to look at the location, right? As I said, there's going to be a lot of different locations. One is in Washington Heights, another is in Brooklyn, another is in Astor Place. There's a bunch of different locations, and you want to make sure that it's the right one, right? So there's that. The other thing here is instruction mode. You want to make sure, if you can, I would highly recommend you do in-person classes. In-person classes versus online classes, you get a lot better grades as an in-person student, okay? Just because you're more engaged, you get to meet classmates, you form a community. Online learning doesn't really lend itself to all that, okay? This is the class number. You might want to write this down just so if you like lose it, or if you don't know which class you really like this class and you want to find it later, it's always a good idea to just write down the class number and you can always find it later. Okay. These are the prerequisites. Now we're going by you guys passing all this, so you guys should be good. Let me see. So the class capacity is 29. Available seats right here is 29. So you'll always get a sense of like how many, you can get a sense here how many seats are available. And this is the description of the class, okay? So you can really see what the class is all about. All right, let me see. All right, going back. Any questions from here? No? Okay. All right, so for me, let me see. I put down English 101 already for Ashley, right? The next class, if you're looking for which class to take, if you go under this map, I would take chemistry, or I would take any of these 100 level classes, okay? So again, by the end of today, I want you guys to at least put together 2 classes in your shopping cart, all right? Let me see. Okay. One other thing I want to go over with you guys is how you should put together your schedule, right? So I'm looking at I have a like a pretend schedule right here. So this is a schedule by one of our, I think it was a former student at Kingsborough. If you look at this, this is a schedule by a student, right? So what do you guys think about this schedule? Who likes the schedule? Ashley, would you do the schedule? Barry, what do you think? What's the bad thing about the schedule? If you guys look, there's an obvious, con.
Say it now, dilo.
What do you think, Ashley? What is it?
Oh no, that's Nancy. Nancy said she would take that class as well.
Okay, Nancy. Oh, well, I'm asking you guys, what do you guys think about this schedule right here?
I like the hours. For me, it's very flexible.
Okay.
Yeah. The hours they seem.
Okay, so you're taking, this is a history class right here, right? So these two classes are history class. This is your English class. This is your other time for history. So these three right here are one class. This is two. And this is three. And this is four. So this is four classes. This is a full-time schedule, right?
Yeah.
But you have a huge gap right here. Who likes that gap?
I could earn some money during that gap.
Yeah, I can be mom. I like that gap. I can work.
You can work?
Yeah, I can either work or be with my child. For me personally.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yep.
So,
That works. Yeah.
Unmute yourself, guys. Come on, join in.
I'm gonna unmute all of you guys there. All right. Evelyn, what do you think about this?
I don't like it because I don't like it because it's like I have to wait a lot of hours around like the school in order for me to go to the next class. That I feel like that's a waste of time. Yeah.
When I was a student and I did one of these, I learned my lesson, right? But if I had a semester where I made a schedule like this, and let's say I couldn't get a class closer to close the gap, I would like go home and I would like take a nap. And the chances of me coming back for this American film class or this video production class is not likely. I'm gonna, I wasn't like one of those. It's gonna be hard for you to come back if you go home. Let's be real, right? For some of us, it's gonna be hard. So why set yourself up to fail, right? For other people, like Ashley, you were saying that you can work, you can see your kid, you can do a lot of things, and so this would benefit folks like you. You can also use the time to study, right? You can lock yourself in the library and make sure that you really put in 5 hours of study time, right? You can also do work study, which is it's known to be very, very flexible. They can give you very like 2, 3, 4, 5 hour shifts, right? So, so that works for some people. For me, it doesn't, but for some of you, it might. I want to show you this schedule right here. What do you think about this schedule? First, I'm sorry. This schedule right here meets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have Monday is light. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you have 2 classes, and then you have off Friday. So this schedule right here is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. You go to school only for 3 days. What do you guys think about this? Who's writing on my screen? What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to choose. I think I'll choose that one.
All right, me too.
Why?
Nancy chooses this one.
Why do you choose this one, Nancy?
Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Oh, definitely.
Well, let me ask you, what are the good things about this schedule?
Oh, she didn't hear you.
Nancy, what do you think is good about this schedule?
What's good about this schedule that I can start, it has to start from 9 a.m. until 3:15. That's perfect. I can also go to school and have a full-time job.
Gotcha. So when would you work?
You gotta make money.
Yeah. So you would work afterwards?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So this works for some students like Nancy, right? It's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. You're going to school for a set time, like from 9 to 3 on Tuesday. So it works. And then what can you do on Wednesday? You can totally like have it off and study, right? Or work or do whatever else.
You work.
Who else likes to schedule? Ting Ting. Sue, what do you think? Barry, what do you think? Okay, they're asleep. No. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So for me, I think it's a little
Yep.
weird because on Tuesday, the second class end by like 12:45. So like for me, maybe I want to like some lunch or something. So
Yeah. What are you gonna eat? What are you gonna eat on Tuesday? That's a very good point, Sue.
Oh, I don't know, like eat at school.
Right. So there's that, right? I'm glad you brought
So
that
I
up.
think there's only just like 15 minutes. So I think
I have a
that might be very
question.
short.
Hold on. Continue, Sue. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think like for a 15-minute break, so for that time, for me it's like a little short. So for me, I might by like move the third class might be later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna say about. Wait, Barry, go ahead. You had a question?
No, I'm just say, I just want to say like, you don't have like in the morning or like this is the only for.
This is just a sample. This is just a sample to show you. Yeah. So the other thing I want to highlight is that let's say you have a finals or a midterm, right? There's a stressful time during the semester where you have a lot of work to turn in or you have like exams to do, right? So it is one after the other. There's this class and then this class and then on Tuesday you're slammed, right? You have 4 classes back to back to back to back, right? So there's potential for you to just be swamped with work on Monday, right? Or on the day before. So for some students, that might not be such a good idea. For me, I know I wouldn't do well in that just because like it's like an avalanche of work, right? So that's something to consider. I also want to highlight that, Sue also said something where you only have 15 minutes between classes. Now you have to consider that you're going to different buildings potentially, right? You have to go to like maybe the main building, to Fitterman, to the Murray building. And you have to also squeeze in time to also talk to your professor, talk to classmates, and have those conversations after class, the conversations that you need to kind of do well in these classes, right? So there's that too. Again, these are 2 samples right here that I just want to highlight. You can do whatever you guys want, right? And today I'm going to try to help you kind of piece that together, but make sure you spend a lot of time figuring out how your schedule is going to look, all right? Make sure that it works for you because if you have a really bad schedule, you can have a really bad semester. It's not going to work for you, okay? All right, so I want to just, let me see. Oops. Okay, so that's how to search for classes. that's the one side of searching for classes. Now, let's say I'm all done with all my classes. I will go under shopping cart. And I will click on select right here. And I will enroll. Okay. And then I'm going to finish enrolling by clicking finish enrolling. Now, if I click this, I know that Ashley hasn't seen her advisor yet. So it's going to show me an X, a red X. I think, yep. So once she clears that hold and she sees her advisor, she can then register for the class. So right now, you're going to, let me see. Right now for her, this class is, this class is going to be in her shopping cart for at least a week. It's going to hold for at least a week. Okay. So after that, it's going to be re-released to just the general pool of classes. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I want to cover. Okay. So right now, I want you guys just individually to go on to this part of the CUNY Start or CUNY First account, and then start searching for classes. And if you have any questions, go ahead and flag me down through chat, and then you can essentially share in the middle of the page. There's going to be a green button where you can share your page, and I can help you through your computer. Okay. So, and if you are going to ask me, if there, one of the questions is which classes should I take, make sure you guys have this open, okay? This is your academic map that you can find under academics and academic programs. Okay, so I'll be around. Let me know if you guys need help, okay?